Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys? Welcome back to another podcast of AJ3 podcast series. Surprisingly, we are back in back-to-back weeks, consecutive weeks. It hasn't happened for quite a good time, but that what football or Premier League makes you do. So, how are you, Rohit? Good to see you.
Absolutely. I'm buzzing with energy. Today I just finished my internship, so I have a lot of time on my hands. And yeah, I'd be we'll try to be as consistent as possible.
Yeah,
So a
and also
lot
I
of
can see
content coming your ways.
I can see a smile at your face as well because of that United jersey and some news following up.
Yes. And that's one of the reason that this podcast was very important today because we have some major news to discuss. And let's start with the elephant in the room, which is Manchester United. Surprisingly, and even from Real Madrid side, surprisingly, Real Madrid managed to sign Casemiro.
It's like nobody saw it coming. I don't think so. Madrid fans also saw it coming. I know a few Madrid fans who are just buzzing that why after going for almost 1.5 months after
But
Frankie
I,
De Jong and now coming and taking their
yeah.
main midfield central defensive mid from the team.
What about
You know,
Madrid fans? I am a Madridista, right?
yeah.
In Premier League, I like Manchester United, but if you ask me like one team to choose, it's obviously Real Madrid. So as a Madridista, of course, it pains because we have lost the trident, that magical trident of Casemiro, Modric, and Kroos.
One thing which Madrid will really face, which Chelsea faced last year,
Hmm.
because they will be playing the most amount of games this season than any other teams.
Yeah.
So squad depth is very important for Madrid. And okay, Chouameni, they have signed Chouameni for 100 million. He is maybe the number one competitor for Casemiro. Also, it could have been possible that Ancelotti would have played Chouameni now because of the
Yeah.
number of games which Madrid will play. But matlab, I was listening to one other guy and he was saying that like just one competition and Casemiro decides to leave Madrid. I don't think so. That's
It's
uh,
not that way.
a
It's
wise
not.
decision.
Yeah, because if Casemiro stayed, he would have been preference to start, and
Absolutely.
he would have been like a leader and a teacher for the younger guy like Chouamini.
Absolutely.
But what I think is like for Real Madrid, to get an offer of 60, 70 million with
Yes,
that,
that's the only point that
they just
which
they just
Daddy
banged on.
Perez took it.
Yeah.
He is 31 almost, right?
So
Casemiro and spending 70 million on a 31 years old, and giving him a wage of almost 300k.
yeah,
Uh, it Casemiro couldn't turn down the wages. Perez couldn't turn down the money.
yeah.
They bought them for I guess 6 million initially,
So
and they
that's
are
the point. He
yeah.
they brought him for like 6 million, and then they played him for around like 2015, 14, 15. I think he had a breakout season, and then they played him for like 7 years. He won 17 trophies. They almost like squeezed the lemon now, and still Manchester United. That squeezed lemon is also really good,
I
right?
guess I guess
And
with
I
this
think
with this
right now
deal,
also like he is basically somewhere near his prime. He's not like somebody who's gone out because if you see the last match, the latest one, Super Cup, he was man of the match in that.
yes,
If you
yes,
can touch
yes,
upon that.
absolutely.
And another
And
thing is he's a big match player. Every Champions League final Real Madrid has played, he has been the difference.
I think what I feel is in long term, Madrid are going to profit from this deal.
Absolutely.
In short term, maybe they will face certain issues. Same goes with United. In short term, they because it's a panic buy. Let's
Yeah, of
let's
course.
address it. It's a panic buy. If they, for me, after seeing United against Brentford, I felt like if they don't do anything quickly, they will be battling the relegation battle. It's quite normal. It's nothing rocket science in that.
And
What
especially if Ronaldo
what
leaves, then
Everton
absolutely, and new
absolutely
signings doesn't come. Then they're
what
just
Everton
literally
did
they're
last
missing
year,
out as well.
what Everton exactly did last year, United could have done this year.
Yeah.
So transfers was the you know it was the prescribed medicine for the patient. And bringing in Casemiro is the, because they, let's be honest, their midfield is shit. And
So let
you
me ask
know,
you a question. Mhm.
yeah.
So how do you rate Casemiro as a defensive midfielders in the world right now?
Well,
Like really make your top five.
no.
Seriously.
Defensive midfielders, yes. Defensive
Not
midfielders,
midfielder,
yes.
defensive midfielder. Yeah.
Defensive midfielders, yes. But I always feel after what Conte did with Chelsea when we won the league, it's not about what kind of player you are. It's more about what kind of manager the team has brought in, and if you are suiting the manager.
Yeah.
So Ten Hag plays a very ball progressing game, right? He doesn't sit back and plays kind of a drop back and then attack in counters. He will be pressing you a lot.
Mm.
Madrid didn't do that. Madrid didn't press a lot, their opponents. So it will be a new test for Casemiro to see that how he goes with those pressing situations. By doing so, he will be exposing himself a lot as well, because I know once he goes down to a tackle or runs down to somebody, all
Mm.
of a sudden it will be exposing a lot of gaps in the midfield. So
Yeah.
that would be interesting to see that how your Casemiro will tackle that. But obviously he's a not also I guess he had most number of touches last season for Madrid as well after
Most touches and actually, if you see the Real Madrid team, uh, it's not a Casemiro or Cruz who has the most passes in the team. It's always Casemiro because he's passing it to two ways, either to Cruz,
yes.
either to Modric.
Absolutely. No, but the same thing comes down again. Varane also also was a very good player at Madrid,
No,
and once he
if I
came down to
see,
United,
yeah, if I see his,
he was as rubbish as anything. I
okay,
think he had his worst year last year.
no, I have like a
So
counterpoint. I think, see, he struggled with injuries last season, and the uh, the prior season before coming to United, he again struggled because you remember that City game, which was lost due to Varane.
there are certain players who are maybe over their weaknesses are overshadowed by other players.
Mhm.
I guess Varane's weaknesses were overshadowed by Ramos, and once Ramos didn't play it for Madrid, and Madrid went ahead with like Ider Militao or somebody else, then all of a sudden Varane became that number one center back which Madrid had, and all of a sudden a lot of faults started to show up.
I
So
don't. I think it's not like the fault. It's like in a defensive pair, one of them is a leader. Like
yeah,
Sergio Ramos was organizing. He was telling Varane what to do in what situation. So when
it's
he came to
it's
United,
it's the same thing what in if you take cricket as a
Mhm.
context. So what Dhoni did with the spinners, Indian spinners, and all of a sudden you will be seeing Yuzi Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav become world class players, bowlers
Yeah,
under Dhoni, because after every second delivery he used to tell that we should ball here, you should ball there.
yeah,
Now because Dhoni is not there and they have to use their own brains, all of a sudden you will be seeing, oh, their the selection is in jeopardy. So
yeah.
that's also one of the
So
reasons.
when Varane came to United, now he's new to Premier League, right? So there has to be somebody experienced like what they expected from Harry Maguire to do, but he himself isn't a leader. So that's the problem. And when Lisandro Martinez came, again he was paired with Harry Maguire. Now Harry Maguire is already
Right.
struggling. He's not able to like organize a defense.
I
Neither
I think
neither David De Gea can do that because he's not
I
a
think no,
leader.
David De Gea is another problem in Eric Ten Hag team. We'll discuss it later. But another one thing, Casemiro was playing behind Toni Kroos and Luka Modric, who undoubtedly are one of the best midfielders in the footballing era. Now he will be playing with Fred, McTominay, and Ericsson. So
Ericsson is not a like a Ericsson can actually Ericsson can do the role what Cruz do. Cruz
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
He doesn't have a
But
strength, but he's
there's a
very
hell and
evasive.
heaven difference between Cruz and Ericsson. You cannot compare them. But yes,
But,
better,
but he can do that
you
job.
can say Cruz 2.0 could be Ericsson. That is what he's thinking of. Let's see. You have to keep in mind Ericsson is also not the fittest player in the field. Casemiro is also not the youngest player in the field, and let's see how
So,
Casemiro goes
so when
along
we'll
with
be
the
discussing like
Premier League.
Liverpool versus United, then we'll see that how Casemiro and Fred could do something what they do for
Right.
Brazil. If United, I have also heard that they are going for Anthony. Imagine that
Yeah.
Brazilian right flank, like Casemiro, and then there's Fred, and then there's Anthony. There's entire they can like press and they can work
Ajax
like
has rejected their latest bid,
80 million bid.
so
But they also
they have set the price of 110 million. If United have to get Antin, they'll have to pay 110 million. That's
so
for
one
sure.
month ago they United launched a bid of 65 million, and Ajax said we want 80 million.
Yeah,
Now
but
United gave 80 million. They said they want
it's
110
simple.
million.
It's simple business, man.
I
They know
understand
that it is the need of the
desperation.
hour for them,
Yeah,
and
but
they
the
are
thing
just
is,
cashing on it.
Ajax may be forced now to sell him. Maybe at 80, maybe at 90 also, because Anthony refused to train, and his agents are in
You know,
Ajax right now.
no, but these things, kind of happen. It's same last season.
Harry Kane.
If you remember, Harry Kane didn't turned up,
Yeah, I know.
but still he's the captain of Spurs this season as well. So
But
uh,
there is
once when
no.
Loris doesn't play, Harry Kane is the captain for Spurs. So
But
he's their main person. I guess Anthony. I'm not
you know
denying
what I've
that
heard?
he won't.
I'm hearing through the sources that Ajax is trying to either get a loan deal or purchase of Hakim Ziyech. Now you
Yes,
can get
yes,
that deal.
that is pretty much a normal routine which will happen.
If Hakim
But
Ziyech gets signed, Anthony is definitely leaving.
no, but Hakim Ziyech will only get signed if Anthony is sold.
Absolutely, that's the thing. Now
So
they are in
and
talks. It means something is changing their mind.
one thing is clear: they have rejected their 80 million bid,
Yeah.
so they want more. When I guess United were going after Frankie De Jong, they said that they'll be considering no less than 110 million bid. So, and United could go ahead and give 100 million as well, and 10 million in add-ons as well.
Yeah.
So that will make quite a eyebrows raise because you will become one of the most
Expensive.
expensive wingers in Premier League. So, and I guess after Neymar and Dembele, I guess even Coutinho is there. So yeah, there are a couple of people ahead of him. But yes, so I
Have you ever seen him playing?
yes, I have seen him play. I have seen him play in Brazil as well. I guess he has played a few matches for Brazil. I have to say he was there in the Champions League match against Chelsea.
Mhm.
So I saw that one as well.
So
And
if I see his like FB Liverpool stats, he's like one of the top dribblers in the world right now. Like
yes, that
flashy
is for
dribbler.
sure. Same thing was said for Jadon Sancho as well, and they
But
spent
but
around
but the
65
problem
million
is
on them
Sancho
as well.
doesn't have pace. He needs a partner like he had Hakimi
Yes.
there. Here he's playing with Dalo. Dalo is not even overlapping. So it's he's more of he's actually not a out winger. He's like a creative forward. Now you can see like he's not even an inverted winger. He's like a advanced creative player. So you have to pair him with somebody. He can't, because to beat somebody one on one you need some pace, like some wingers have. He lacks pace, but he can do very well in like one touches
No,
in holding
and
on.
what I feel is that if you are relying on a manager, so whatever signings the manager is wanting, you should give him that.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
that's why he wants Anthony, na?
yeah, so that's why I guess they will go for Anthony. It's again, you know, a lot of good players, a lot of world class players have come and failed in the Premier League. That is other. So a lot of good players have come and even become better in Premier
Yes.
League as well.
So let
So
me show
that
you this.
is
If you go for his like scouting stats, he ranks like in total shots, he takes 4 per 90, which is 99 percentile in Europe. Assist 99 percentile. 99 means there's nothing above it. So he's basically at world with world leaders. XG assisted 96 percentile. Uh, Goals and assist ratio 90. Short creating action 89. Passes attempted 92. Pass completion 61. That is understandable for forward. Progressive passes 91. Progressive carries 98. Touches 91. Progressive
Yeah,
passes
but
received
again,
9.
you have to take this in consider. This is in Eredivisie,
Yeah, I do
right?
understand.
This
But
is
but it's all about like a top player in any league will at least be better than average in Premier League. I can at least say
yeah,
that.
yeah. That is for sure. I'm not denying the fact, but and I'm not denying that Anthony is a average player or something like that. He's a great player. He can even do better in United because he will be having better talents in United supposedly.
Yeah.
Like on papers, he will be pairing with Ronaldo. He will be pairing with Bruno Fernandes and all. So
Also
I
having a
guess
coach
that will
like
also improve his game. So
Eric Ten Hag, which he has
yeah,
developed under, right? He had a
that
breakout
is
season
also very
under Ten
important.
Hag.
And but he will be coming under a lot of pressure because of the price tag.
Price tag.
One, and second, Angel Di Maria was also a similar signing for United, and that didn't go according to the
Yeah,
plan.
it now depends. Like, you have to take these risks, high profile risks. Now he's a
Yeah,
very promising player. Just imagine what happened with like Liverpool and Diaz. Diaz came from like a Portuguese league, but he's now tearing apart defenses
yeah.
because he has the talent and attributes like of a winger, like pace, dribbling. The same goes for the Anthony. Now it's all about how he's being utilized.
I think that is again. I feel that Anthony can be completed next week if United are ready to give the asking price.
I think they'll have
Uh,
to. There's so much pressure on Glazers right now. If they
yeah, they'll
don't make
have to.
another signing, they're done. Like literally, at this moment, they are having these all panic buys and everything is like a desperation buy so that they can relieve some
Absolutely.
pressure.
The same thing happened last season. Same thing. Glazers were under pressure, and then they brought in Ronaldo. So because he was a fan favorite, so all of a sudden the pressure went off.
And
Now
if
they're trying to do the same thing this
and if
window.
somehow, some way, anyway, like uh, uh, they beat Liverpool tomorrow, I think everybody will like go down with it.
Yeah,
All wave
absolutely,
will go,
absolutely,
and
absolutely,
positivity
it
starts
happens.
again until they start
So
crapping again.
it's very simple for United. For this current United side under Eric Ten Hag, they need signing. That is the pain of the hour. They have brought in Casemiro. They will get in Anthony, which will make them little bit competitive. For
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not even considering them as a top 14. Their current
They are
rivals
not
are Newcastle United, West Ham United, and all the
Leicester.
teams like that. Leicester.
Bro, the thing is like you won't have a Premier League winning or title challenges until you have competition for each and every place.
Absolutely.
It's
No,
impossible otherwise.
that is
Rashford has
that is a
no place.
separate spot.
Rashford
I
is
am
like
not saying only that you are title challenges. Forget about title challenges. Their main motive is to become a top four team currently.
first half team
They
right now. It's
currently
difficult to
first
do
half
that
team,
also.
but their overall long term objective is to become that top four team. Now it is very far. Like Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs are not their rival anymore in the season.
I would say like not top four also. Like if you want to really have a competitive challenge in the Premier League, you're anyone like I would include Chelsea also. The first challenge right now is to get as close as possible to Liverpool and City.
Absolutely.
Close that gap,
Absolutely.
and once
Absolutely.
you do that, only then you will be able to challenge them for
You
the
know,
title.
with regards to Chelsea, they thought Lukaku would be the final jigsaw
True.
because Chelsea lacks only one position currently, and
Yeah.
that is their number nine player. Once because if they have a clinical striker, the Spurs game could have been closed way earlier.
Done and dusted.
Chelsea would have scored if not five, but a fourth goal as well.
Three, four each.
So that is one thing which I guess that is the barrier. With regards to Arsenal, I guess they are a very new developing team under Arteta now. With the signings like Gabriel Jesus and all, I don't think so. Like they are very competitive with regards to Liverpool, but yes, now they can consider themselves in the space.
But the thing
And
is, they are playing as a team, which is a dangerous thing.
yes,
Any
that is
team
the
which
good
is
thing.
playing like a team, they are always dangerous. So I
And
still want to see what
also
they do in the big
also
matches.
also a very, I have been following so much of Premier League. One thing which always comes around is what is your squad depth, because in Premier League you will be having players injured,
True.
and if you don't have a squad depth, all of a sudden when you're playing 11, two players are injured, you're down.
And
So
this season especially, when you're allowed like five substitutes, the team which
yes,
has the highest bench strength, they will be strongest.
absolutely. That's why everybody was saying that Chelsea is not. Some pundits also said that they are not top four contenders. But if you consider each and every position, because of the loan army we have almost two to three backup for every position currently.
Absolutely, that's important.
So that is, and with World Cup coming in, this is also a very big factor in this season, because a lot of players will not want to play during the December, when November, December, I guess, is the World Cup. So during
November,
that
yeah.
tenure,
So you can say that October maybe players will not take much chances as well. Like when
yes,
you can get a 50-50 goal, you'll try to be conservative just
absolutely.
because
And
you are.
that will, in that time, players like Pulisic would be. Pulisic is also going. Players like Hakim Ziyech or the guys who are not playing in the World Cup will be,
They
very
will be fine,
much
yeah.
in the fray. So yeah, let's see what happens. But for
Okay,
a,
so moving
giving
on.
a conclusive statement, I think Casemiro is a good signing for United, just for this season, or let's say for another season. That's pretty much okay. But because they wanted a now, but one thing more, if
Huh?
Casemiro is playing at this DM, then Lisandro Martinez has to go back to the
Yeah.
centre back spot.
But there's one thing, Lisandro Martinez. But I have seen his like career. He has played as a left back as well. So, but the thing is now they have Tyrell
Now
Malaysia.
then,
If
they have
Tyrell
Malaysia.
Malaysia is a dynamic player like Joao Cancelo and can play on right, then you have a perfect. Martinez has been like playing well with at the left back also. Like
No,
he's
but
a
I don't
dynamic.
think so. He will try so many things.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess he
But
will
I
try
think
so many
anybody,
things.
even one-legged turkey, would be better than Dallo right now.
Yes.
Literally. So moving on from United, okay. I mean, we can't move on United without talking about their talisman, which is Cristiano Ronaldo, right?
And
So
it
let's
is,
start.
it has been so much in the news now that even Ronaldo is replying to his fan pages.
Yeah,
So that is something which is very unique to Ronaldo. And
he has been
it's one
started
thing
doing
is,
it, recently only. I mean,
yeah, and
last
one thing is
1 or
pretty
2 years.
sure, like, one thing a lot of people who are associated with United very closely, they always say that what United we are seeing right now, Ronaldo is training with these guys, from 2 months back.
Yeah,
So he knows this is coming. He knows that those players are absolutely shit. They don't want to play. They It's more of a entertainment United for
he
them.
knows
So
what the
Ronaldo has
competition is.
been seeing these players from quite a good time, and he knows that if he plays with them, forget about Ballon d'Or. He will be, not even in the top 30 next season.
Yeah,
What happened with Messi this time could be very well happening with Ronaldo next season. So he knows that club is a mess. I don't think so. He rates Eric Ten Hag also that much, and that's why he had some kind of follow up with him in the first game week,
no,
and
I think what I heard and I was looking at is like Cristiano Ronaldo was saying that to Eric Ten Hag that because he's a veteran of the game, he has seen so much football, right? So what he was saying is like discussing with Eric Ten Hag was that this team cannot play pressing football. If we do, we'll concede goals. And whenever they
and that
tried,
has been the
they
scene.
conceded goals. And that's what Cristiano was saying at a
And
touchline also.
forget about pressing. Like if you see the Brentford goal, all the two, the both of their strikers, when they started pressing, all of a sudden, United plays well for 4 5 minutes, because you are young, you are new, you are having that stamina. But pressing football needs a lot of tough characters. Once
Leave
that is
leave
gone,
United. I'm like I'll get otherwise depressed. Just let's talk about like Ronaldo's options right now. What are the realistic options he have? I
I
heard
I don't know,
some
like
rumors about, huh?
I don't know, like
Dortmund
all
rumors
the
are put to
clubs,
sleep first of all. Nobody can
all
tell
the
me about
clubs,
Dortmund.
all the clubs who are, his agent is walking him through, are kind of, not going ahead with it. Yeah, wages is one of the main reason, I guess,
I also have
because
one problem with the media. They use a very strong word like reject. If I am your agent, obviously I'm gonna inquire that if clubs have interest in you. Now that's not rejecting. If somebody is not in your plan, that's not like rejecting.
you
It's
know
like
I seriously don't see Ronaldo playing in United this season. I feel that he will do whatever he can in his capacity to get a transfer in the next few weeks. But if he stays, it will be good for United fans because they don't have a number nine. It is, I guess, Anthony Martial, and we all know that what Ronaldo is and what Anthony Martial is.
you
But
can't even like
uh,
compare.
which we were discussing as well. If Chelsea doesn't get Aubameyang, then it's a no-brainer that they will be going for Cristiano Ronaldo. And
Exactly, man. I was actually
so
talking to one of my
they
friends
have,
also.
according to yesterday's news, Chelsea has put up a
Made-
bid of 15 million plus Marcus Alonso in the Aubameyang bid.
Hmm.
So, and Barcelona is asking for 30 million, and Todd Boehly has straight away said that they will not match that amount. If
Hmm.
they will be somewhere around 20 million, not a penny or more of that. So if that deal goes off, then who is the option remaining for Chelsea?
Yeah.
It is United's number
As
9.
I was saying, like Chelsea, I've never seen them Chelsea doing a deal right at the end of the window. So if they wanted a striker, they would have already got him, and they need a striker. They are looking for a striker, but they are holding out for something. And on the other hand, Ronaldo also said that I'll be telling the truth after 2 weeks. That's the end of transfer window. So there's something move. I think there's a hold up from Ronaldo and Chelsea. Now I don't know if they it is for each other, which I think is very likely right now, to be honest. Because Ted
Yeah,
Bowley had the first meeting with George Mendes and he was very, very interested in signing. And Tuchel also, if you see his interview when he was asked, he did not say anything. Yeah.
he said one thing very that at I always say that at that time,
Mhm.
Chelsea didn't got Koulibaly. Now
Mhm.
they have Koulibaly, and they are almost, you know, Wesley Fofana has also said that he will not play for Leicester and he wants the transfer. So it
Yeah.
is almost sure that they will land on Wesley Fofana as well. So now getting those defensive reinforcement in, I guess
One more
Chelsea can go
observation.
ahead with it.
One more observation. Moving your only sole striker, Timo Werner. Why? To make space for somebody.
Yes, and no, that is a, that I won't say that just because of Ronaldo they move. Tuchel is a player from the, or a coach from the Abramovich era, where if a player is not doing well, he will not linger on with that player.
But
He will say that if he wants to
if
go,
you
he
see
can
Timo
go.
Werner's UCL stats, he was one of the best
Yes,
players in Chelsea.
yes, and his work rate is unmatchable.
Yeah,
He will
absolutely.
give you 100%. He was still there for the Chelsea versus Tottenham game.
Hmm.
He was in the stands.
Hmm.
So it's not like Chelsea doesn't like Timo Werner, but he just doesn't don't fit the system what Thomas Tuchel is playing.
They
So
want a clinical finisher. That's
they
what
want a
he
clinical
wants.
finisher, and you know, as a Chelsea fan, it's pretty much same. Just go and buy Ronaldo even for a year. We will be
I
having
mean,
much more goals
it's a
scored
very
than what we have.
straightforward signing, but it's also a complicated signing because you have to get him from United. Now it depends
Yeah.
on United, right? Ronaldo is maybe trying this move. Let's see. And I think I don't say Sporting Lisbon. I don't think so. He'll go there right now because
No, no, I
especially
don't think so.
why would you go to Portuguese league, which is not as tough as Premier League, when you are preparing for World Cup? You want to be on top of
Absolutely.
the competition.
And this is the last
Prime
World
time.
Cup which Ronaldo will play. So, you know, I, if, for Portugal also, I would say a lot of fans will get angry, but Ronaldo in Chelsea would be a much better player than Ronaldo in United, because in Chelsea he will be scoring a lot of goals. He will be getting that confidence for the World Cup,
Also,
and which will
he'll
benefit
be
Portugal a lot.
Yeah, and he'll be like having a lot of practice in score. The thing is, he has been starved so much for goals. I'm pretty sure that in training he works for finishing like a beast, so that any chance he gets, he scores. And if he goes to Chelsea after getting this kind of starvation, he'll be ripping apart everybody.
He scored
Imagine
15
getting
goals with this United team last season.
18 in Premier League. He was like
18 in
second
Premier
because
League.
first was joined Salah and Son.
Just imagine Cucurella, Chilwell, and Reece James putting those
Dream.
crosses for him every 5 to 10 minutes.
And
So
Jorginho's over the top
over
logo
the
with
top,
for what he's known.
he will get a lot of
He-
chances in Chelsea.
Awesome.
He will get a lot of chances in Chelsea.
Sterling
So
also producing assists.
that is
Dream
I
move,
don't
man.
think so. Again, United won't sell their number one player to their rival. But as I say, Chelsea is not their rival.
Yeah,
Their
it's
If
not
you are targeting for top
Liverpool or
four
something
spot
like that.
currently, then I guess you are wrong in certain way. You are
Also, even if they
trying to
want to
achieve
keep
very much.
if they want to keep Ronaldo like till the Champions League come, they could loan it to Chelsea, and whenever Chelsea plays Manchester United, he won't play. Simple.
Yeah, that also could be done,
Two
but
matches
I
is
don't think
done,
so. He will
and with
take a
the
loan move. And that one thing is simple here. If the player doesn't want to play for the club, there's no point in keeping him.
no.
And United is such a legendary club, such a a club which has seen a lot of players wanting the transfers,
The
but
only
still
thing The only thing that is like the arrival of Casemiro, can that change Ronaldo's mind?
uh,
But I don't think so. If they don't make any, let's say if they buy Anthony and a left right back, let's say, then it becomes a promising project. Then he might think that, all right, now we have some squad that is competitive in the Premier League. Otherwise, right now, there's nothing. Okay, so let's move on from this topic as well.
I hope he wears the blue jersey
Okay, now
this
next
season.
one is your favorite topic. Chelsea transfer saga. So what's going on with Chelsea? I see a lot of names like Fofana is there, Aubameyang is there, and who else do you think? And they
So
signed,
like I
just
feel
one more thing I
Chelsea.
wanted to add. They signed some midfielder or something, young midfielder, right?
Yeah, from
Tell
Inter
us about
Milan.
that. Yeah.
So I guess that is just a project for his future. Casida, I guess he is a 18, 19 years old guy. Same, we also signed Aston Villa's midfielder.
Mhm.
He's also a 18 years old guy. So I guess they will be going on loan, or they will be for the youth team as of now. But yes, and also the keeper from USA, Soliana. Real Madrid was also after him. So uh, Tuchel said that it is not a very young team. This team is aging, and so basically they are preparing for these kind of slots which they have.
Mhm.
With regards to midfield, I guess Tuchel wanted Frankie De Jong, who now I don't know what will happen with him.
I don't think so. He's
With
gonna.
the Yeah, I don't think so. He's gonna come. He wants. I feel it seems like he wants those 17 million from Barcelona only, because Chelsea agreed to pay his 17 million,
I've
wage cuts
heard
as well.
I've heard the rumors that next week, Manchester United is going with the next big bid and giving 17 million to De Jong. I don't know how true is that. Let's see. But I think he's gonna stay in Barcelona. He would have moved if he had to. He
Yes,
is going to stay.
and you know, um, with Kante injured, I felt like that particular deal is prominent, because Kovacic is also injured as of now. But yes, but because I didn't, it didn't came into my mind why would we go for Frankie De Jong when we just got Gona Gallagher from Crystal Palace this season. Gona Gallagher
Conor
was
Gallagher.
one of
Wow,
the most
brilliant there.
promising midfielder in Premier League last season. So, and even he can perfectly fit in that Frankie De Jong spot. He's a very attacking center mid. So
But Frankie De Jong is like a deep lying playmaker. Bro, I think Chelsea have Jorginho. Almost he does the same thing.
yes,
So why would
Jorginho,
they need two kind of
Jorginho
players?
is Jorginho, if Kante is not playing, then Jorginho can play that hold up line. And a player like Kovacic, I rate
Yes,
Kovacic a
bro.
lot. I
Bro,
feel
he's
Kovacic is way better than what Frankie De Jong is. Uh, Frankie De Jong is not tested in Premier League.
Premier League pace.
Kovacic has done so much in Premier League. I guess Kovacic is amazing. Um,
Kovacic has actually, all the traits that Kante has, but a little toned down because he's good on the
yes.
ball. He can shoot, he can pass, he can defend as well, and his intelligence is also good. So these
I
two
feel
players,
for me, I don't see, even Loftus Cheek can play that center mid role, and I don't
there
see
are so many players, dude.
Frankie De Jong coming in the Chelsea team because the midfield is already stacked up for Chelsea.
The amount of
Where
chances Chelsea creates, I think I have seen like one of the highest chance creation is in Chelsea's team. They only need a good finisher who puts the games to bed. Simple.
absolutely, and that is the whole point of thing. Like, if I don't mind, even getting Aubameyang because he had a very good relationship with Thomas Tuchel in Dortmund, and he's also a clinical finisher. And also, one thing about Aubameyang is that he was not given a good send off at Arsenal. That would, could be the trigger point for Aubameyang in Premier League. And just to, when you have to prove a point to everybody, you just give your that 10 to 20% more in the field.
But it is
So
also one more thing like uh, 33 years Aubameyang, right?
yeah, it's not a long term project. We would
Yeah, I
anyway
understand.
be going for another,
If
you
both
know,
are available, I'm taking a 37-year-old Ronaldo over Aubameyang any day.
but that is a
Who has just
more
recently
complicated
scored
deal.
18 goals.
That is a more complicated deal.
Yeah,
Aubameyang is a much simpler deal, but as I told, we have submitted a bid of 15 million. They will not spend a penny more than 20 million, and they want to offload Marcus Alonso as well.
yeah.
So
And
if
Barcelona wants Marcus Alonso as well.
yeah, if the deal goes through, then it's okay. Otherwise, the deal could fall off. And if the deal falls off, then I don't think so. There is other.
Okay,
Then we will. What will happen in the last 2 weeks or the last week of the transfer window is that Chelsea will go full fledged on Ronaldo, and then a lot of things will
yeah.
happen.
So why my memory does not give me a prominent good number nine for Chelsea in recent history after Didier Drogba, who has been like a good
Diego
number nine.
Costa.
Hmm?
Diego Costa was very good.
Hmm.
Diego Costa.
Yeah,
After
but
Diego Costa, I don't think see any
I
player
think
at the number
Torres
nine.
struggled, right? Torres
No,
struggled.
Torres was before Diego Costa. After Diego Costa, we signed
No, no. Yeah,
Morata.
I'm talking about the strikers after Didier Drogba. Everyone. I'm not talking about like from Costa. Like okay, Costa was one that was good, right? I think Torres struggled, and then we all know Lukaku
Morata.
struggled, and then Falcao struggled.
Morata struggled.
Huh? Morata struggled.
Alvaro.
Yeah, there's also like a curse of number nine in Chelsea. I don't know
That's
why.
why we don't have a number nine this season.
Let's
So
remove it.
I think that Ronaldo can be the if you look
See,
at every
you can put
player which
Ronaldo
has
in any
played.
team. One thing will be guaranteed goals. There's a curse on because there was a curse in Manchester United also. Curse of number nine. All shittiest number nine they were getting, but still he scored. I don't know how he came like second in scoring charts. At Chelsea, I'm telling you, he's easily breaking 25 record. Easy. Maybe
Even not
higher.
25,
30.
he will get 15 to 20 goals again. So which Kai Havertz or I don't know with Aubameyang he will. I think Aubameyang will get somewhere around 10, 11. But if you bring in Ronaldo, you will get another 5 to 6 goals more out of Ronaldo.
Bro, five to
So
six. I think he will get more because 5 to 6. I am considering only headers. When you have Reece
yeah.
James and Cucurella, and then you have like through balls, low balls, Sterling
And
passes.
that
There
game
are so
against
many.
Spurs, I was so impressed with Cucurella.
He's
He's everybody was saying Chilwell. Yes, Chilwell is a very good left wing back, but Cucurella, I feel is the perfect answer
bro. He is
because
the mixture of he's a mixture of like a winger and
a
left back.
fullback.
He's like a
Yeah.
more like a Roberto Carlos kind.
Yes,
When
yes.
he goes
I
forward,
feel
it's like
I feel Cucurella is the perfect signing for Chelsea this season.
I
Even
would
if we
say.
have spent it, went and spent ahead 60 million, okay,
And
but
and
it's needed for
Kulabli,
the
bro.
system.
How I can't. I can't just digest it how the top teams never went for Kulabli.
You know what happened? Let me give you another depressing point over here for United. United had a chance of
I
signing
know Harry Maguire.
Koulibaly, and they didn't went for Koulibaly and spent 75 million on Harry Maguire.
I mean, they got Maguire for like around 80 million. They were around 60. They were getting Kulabali, and they said that Kulabali is not a world class centre back. Why should we
Yes.
pay this much? And then they got Harry Maguire, the
I
pride of
feel
England.
what I feel. Yes, he's a bit aging, but I see him as an upgrade to Rudiger, not a replacement.
Yeah, I mean, for long, not for long term, but for
Yes,
short term.
for obviously for not for long term,
Bro,
but for short term, he is.
actually, the thing is, the all the centre backs in the world they hit their prime around 30. Simple.
Yes,
Maybe after 30, you see Chiellini, Bonucci, all the best, Maldini, all the centre backs. They
and and
get to their prime after 30.
and he has the legendary jersey in Chelsea. So after JT, only now Koulibaly has that 26 number.
John
So
Terry.
yeah, John Terry is one of the greatest centre backs in Premier League history, and to fill up those shoes,
And
you
I
need
would say
somebody.
greatest
One
Chelsea
thing,
captain.
one thing which I really like about this Chelsea backline is that you have a lot of leaders over there. You have Aspilicueta, who is the club captain. You have Thiago Silva, who is a veteran in football itself, and then you have Koulibaly. So all these three are, demanding, and they have the that leadership trait with themselves. So
Yeah.
that players like Cucurella or Reece James can, settle down under them and let them dictate what to do, and
There
they
is
just
also
go ahead
like
and do it.
one thing about Chelsea. They have that spirit, maybe not that much, but they always have like fighting spirit like Real Madrid has. This is one of the clubs I would say that has that fighting spirit. Like if you see like a team like Barcelona in recent years, they didn't have that fighting spirit. I've seen with Real Madrid, even City drops it. Chelsea has more fighting spirit than City.
City.
And another team in Premier League is Liverpool that has that fighting spirit. These are the few teams in Europe that are like
I
they will go
feel
crazy.
if I feel that Wesley Fofana is very eminent. I don't know like why this deal won't go off, but there was a rumor that Chelsea was interested in Harry Maguire as well.
Please,
They
Hugs, take care. We will pay you 10 million extra just to keep him. Okay, Harry
so
Maguire
today
plus 10 million.
only today only Chelsea inquired about Harry Maguire. Uh, I
So
don't know
happy.
why,
As
but
a Manchester United fan, I'm freaking buzzing right now. Please take Harry Maguire. He'll be so good
so
captain. John Terry would be nothing in front of him.
Uh, so one thing which I liked about this Chelsea's team is that Aspilicueta stayed, which brings that depth to the team, which is very much needed. I guess if we get Wesley Fofana, I don't think so. We should spend 90 million on him, but still, we don't have financial fair play this season, so doesn't care.
Anyhow, yeah, that's all for Chelsea. And now we move to the next one, which is like the transfer rumors all around the world. What are you hearing?
Uh, Nottingham Forest has been the
Seriously,
winners
bro.
for me in this transfer window.
How did they
Like
get this
getting a
much
player
money?
like Hasim Awar is like amazing. He might, be the 17th person. Even Audrey Zola is being considered. They have already made 16 signings. It's amazing.
They just, my goodness. And this shows that the team like Nottingham Forest, they were already knowing that we will confirm our promotion, and they already had the plans in place. Because to sign a 16
Yes,
players, you can't do that in a month. They already had all
absolutely,
planned out.
absolutely. And with regards to Madrid as well, there was some rumors that Højbjerg was considered as the replacement for Casemiro.
Come
So
on.
Madrid were going after Højbjerg as well. So and I don't know what will happen, but yes, in terms of rumors, I would say that uh, Liverpool also needs a player that
Hmm.
is quite eminent. We can see Liverpool without Mane and Liverpool with Mane, how different those two teams are.
Hmm.
And in such a situation, just consider what happens if Henderson gets injured. all of a sudden their line midfield goes empty. So they
Liverpool
require a
doesn't
player
have
like that.
amazing depth. I'm telling you, they don't have
Yeah,
that much
Liverpool
depth.
don't have that. What
They,
happens if
to be honest,
Trent gets injured?
if you always see the Liverpool team, they always had the best first 11 players, right? They always
That's
perform.
why.
Whenever
That's why.
somebody gets
That's why
injured,
a
they
lot
always
of
struggle.
that's why a lot of pundits, not the the famous pundits, but a lot of the B tier pundits don't are not considering Liverpool as the title challengers this time
Hmm.
because they just don't have the depth to challenge City.
Yeah,
So we may see a one horse race in Premier League this season.
yeah, it could be. And the thing about the Casemiro one is like Real Madrid has, I mean, if Chouamini can play, even Kamavinga is like a tall and very good defensive.
Yes,
They could
yes.
play both of
Kamavinga
them.
can come up, but yes, let's be clear. Kamavinga is not a defensive mid. He
But he
is
can
more
do
of
the
a
job on
progressive.
if he
Yeah, he
needs.
can do the job. He can do the job, but
And
it's
the thing
always
is, like,
better to have a player.
he's very tall also, so he's winning most of the aerial duels.
Also, a very interesting rounds of events are happening in Paris as well because
Ah,
that brat has
boss
started
Mbappe.
that have started showing his all
Color.
egos and all, and like he
Bro,
should remember one thing, like
I
he's
would
just
not.
22
So I
and
am
at
thinking differently. I don't blame Mbappe for it. I blame PSG for this debacle. So this is the club. If the club is run like it's a circus, then of course the clowns will perform on their show, right? And second thing is like his spat is with Neymar. Now everybody is like blaming Mbappe, but you have to also consider this VIP culture has been brought into football by Neymar only. Neymar, at a time when he joined PSG, he started partying. He said, "I will play when I want to play." So he took the inspiration from Neymar, and since he's now also a supporting director and CEO, he's just blown it up. He doesn't care now. So the same thing is going.
still like I cannot imagine a 22-year-old go and shoulder of Lionel Messi. uh,
Hmm.
at 22, Lionel Messi had four Ballon d'Ors. He's not even nominated for one Ballon d'Or top three. So I guess th- a lot of
But the
maturity is
thing,
required with
see, that
regards to.
now this statement that he has not won any Ballon d'Or till 22, this is one of the things that is driving him, making him so selfish. He wants to get every goal because last year he had like what 69 goal assists, most in Europe. Still, he came, I think, 8th or ninth in
Yes,
Ballon d'Or
because the
ranking.
goal contribution doesn't care. No, what you are scoring four goals, but still you are getting
Knocked out
knocked
in, yeah.
out of
But
the
the thing is, only Mbappe
Champions League.
was the one who was scoring in those also. He almost scored a hat trick at Bernabeu.
Yeah, but again, nobody's saying that he's not a good player. He's not a world class player.
Yeah,
He
what he
is
is
one
doing
of the
is wrong.
best
I
players
agree
in the
with it.
space.
But the thing is that PSG made him. They made him this thing, right? Now it's their job to sort it out. You can't put the entire blame on Mbappe only. He wanted to leave for Real Madrid, right? And then President of France called him, put him under a lot of pressure. Now what? Now
Yes,
he's
when
going.
just imagine our president calling us and saying that don't go to Spain. Straight.
Just imagine, play here.
Yes,
There's a lot of
I
pressure.
feel because of that unrest, we could see some movement in the future from PSG as well.
Maybe next year Mbappe leaves for Real Madrid. Who knows?
I
But he
don't
will
think so.
not be
Perez
given
will.
this power in Real Madrid. Don
Yeah,
Carlo will
absolutely.
bench him like very next game if something like this happens. He's
Yes,
not Don Carlo.
absolutely.
And Paris, he'll ship him back. So, yeah, that's all I think transfer rumors. And yeah, Manchester United has reportedly put James Garner on sale, which is ridiculous, dude. He's one of the
Oh,
midfielders, like
this is
really.
something new which I have heard.
Yeah, so they are valuing him about 15 to 20 million. So, which is now I think this is a very bad move, and everybody in Europe is saying James Garner is a special talent, and he is one of the midfielders who, if United give
Which
chance,
makes one thing pretty clear that
they
he's
could
not
sell
in
him for
Eric
like
Ten
60,
Hag's
70
plan.
million easy. And Eric Ten
That
Hag is a
means
coach that can develop him as well.
that means that he's not in the plans. So he will not see him play for United.
Maybe because either I think he might have like come in the end that he had to choose between Donny Van de Beek and James Garner. Now, if he sells Donny Van de Beek, that puts a lot of questions on him because he's worked before also. So I don't know. Maybe United can maybe loan him or even sell him. Then they should put in a buyback clause. It would be stupid not to put a buyback clause. Now it depends upon the another club also if they
You
are
know, but
agreeing
yes,
or not.
absolutely. Because if you go and do a deal with some of the top clubs, they will not put the
They will
clause
not
of the
accept it.
buyback
So
clause.
he'll
They will
have
not
to give
accept
him
it.
to somewhere like. Yeah,
So
they are so crazy. United is super stupid. At the start of the window, Nottingham Forest said we want Garner as a loan. Okay, let him develop with us in Premier League also. They rejected it. That he's in our plans. Now they are saying he's on sale. What the hell? Now maybe Nottingham Forest may come back, but they won't gonna put that buyback clause there. They will say we want the player now. First we were giving you for loan, now we want it. So it's very interesting now what's happening with James
it's so
Garner.
funny that how a football club is run.
By
Oh, and
morons.
that too United. It's
Absolutely moron.
amazing.
Yeah, it happens when your honors call football soccer. I can tell you
Yes.
that, right? All right. So let's moving on. There are three interesting Premier League games that are going on right now. Will be like during the weekend. Let's talk about the first one. This is one to watch, I guess, because
Yes,
Newcastle is
absolutely.
playing very well, and City we
But
all
yes, I feel Newcastle. Still, I see City going pulling this off easily, but it won't be that easy. What City has already faced till now. Newcastle has got a lot of good signings in. I guess Nick Pope is a very big upgrade to their goalkeeping options, and still I feel that Newcastle lacks that scoring momentum with Callum Wilson and all. I don't think so. They will be able to score a lot of goals against City.
Alan
And
Maxim,
again,
the
it's pretty
goalkeeper.
simple against City. If you put your foot ahead and start pressing City,
Mhm.
they will be exposing so much spaces that City will quickly go and score one or
I
two
know
goals.
they just play around you. The only
Yeah,
way to stop City or win against the only roadmap that works is like counter attacking.
yeah, absolutely. So that is one of the things. I see City winning it very easily.
Hmm.
But yes, Newcastle has upgraded their team a lot, which is a very big plus to them. And I hope that if this spending spree continues, then at a maybe year or so, Newcastle will also start thinking about Europe.
Yeah, all
As
right.
of now, they have from the relegation team, they have come down to the mid-table team. Now from the
They are
mid-table
making
team, they will
progress
go.
very fast.
Yes.
And all right, so I think City will win from it, right? Spurs versus Wolves.
Now this is again
Wolves
an
is,
interesting, match because Wolves have recently signed Matthews Nunes
yeah,
from.
a good, very good
Uh,
midfielder.
yeah, he's a very good midfielder. I don't know if he would be available for the Spurs game or not. It's because it's the first game of the weekend.
Yeah,
So I was not very much impressed with Spurs against Chelsea. I thought Spurs were improved a
no,
lot,
that was a
but
domination from
Chelsea
Chelsea.
had almost every Spurs players in their pocket. It
Mhm.
was just about it was a game of FIFA where one player is just going on scoring goals
Mhm.
and putting on pressures, putting on chances, and then the opponent goes ahead and scores two goals just at the end. So like Son didn't had a very I guess he had the least amount of touches when it came to Spurs players. So that is also one thing to be considered.
Yeah, all right. So I think yeah, but Spurs is still. I think they're gonna win it. They're gonna edge it. Eyes on Son and yeah.
Harry Kane.
Yeah. So Liverpool versus United. This
One
is
thing
a
more, I really feel that Kulusevski is a very good signing for Spurs. He is one player who could score a lot of goals. But yes, when he came against Chelsea, he was also kind of
yeah,
uh,
Kulusevski. I mean, the Conte has changed him because in Juventus he was not having end product. Now he's like really good. He's
yeah.
linking up because he has now players for support. Anyhow, moving on. Liverpool versus United. This is the match of the game week 3. A lot of controversies, a lot of problems. Liverpool having a little bit of crisis, Manchester United having a disastrous start. But still, the craziest thing is if Manchester United somehow, with some magic or black magic, whatever, is is able to beat Liverpool, they're gonna go above Liverpool in the table. And currently, Manchester
Where
United
is it Liverpool? Is it at Anfield or Old Trafford?
Manchester United, yeah, Old Trafford.
Old Trafford, yes. Still, then they can expect some result. If it had been Anfield, I would have said that no chance that they are going to win that
Yeah,
match.
and Liverpool is
So
struggling to score goals. So one counter
yes,
attack from Manchester United, one here and there, maybe it could be a 1-0 victory. You never know.
but again, it's very unlikely
I know.
that United will go and win the match. It I see it the other way around. I see it that Liverpool just losing their shackles and just opening the
Obliterating
dam.
Manchester United.
Yes, with United. I guess United is one team that they would really want to play this time because to gain confidence.
So
If
will there be?
Brentford is scoring 4 goals,
Yeah, I know.
then it will be pretty easy for Liverpool also
But
to
to be
score goals.
honest, like all of those, I can pinpoint 4 out of 3 were like mistakes which a team should not be making. Maybe they address it or something, but I
No,
think
again, why those mistakes were happened? The mistake only happened because Brentford started putting pressure on United.
the
Same thing
biggest
happened
problem
with
was also
Brighton. That
Ericsson
same
and
thing happened with Brighton game as well. They started putting pressure on United. And
I
just
know.
imagine what Liverpool do. One thing is pretty sure: if Eric Ten Hag plays a progressive ball and he goes all out attack, United is finished in the game. They
But
cannot beat Liverpool by playing an attacking game. They have to sit deep. They have to wait for those
but
one
the
or two chances.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you see, like, team wise, obviously players will struggle and all. Now, this is where the brilliance of, if he's brilliant, really a good coach, Eric Ten Hag,
Yes,
he could make a
yes.
difference here. Like, if
Look,
I tell you
if
today, if I tell you today with this squad, it's a match versus Liverpool, but your manager is Carlo Ancelotti, the entire
absolutely.
dynamic changes, right?
That's what I was going to tell.
It's a
That
test of ETL.
Real Madrid team in the UCL final was, you know,
Nobody
not
was giving a
very
shit.
much, of some star names or players with
Hmm.
absolutely brilliant form. Yes, Benzema was there, but it was Carlo Ancelotti because of whom Real Madrid won that game.
Absolutely.
They
Now,
sit deep, they curtailed all the pressures. The only difference between Real Madrid and United is that they have world class defensive line and United have a absolutely
absolutely
180-degree
symbolic.
different line. So I can see Liverpool coming and just eating on the United defense. I don't know. Malaysia will have a good taste of what football is, and Dallo will be taken to cleaners if he
Dallo will be
doesn't
taking to
perform well.
cleaners by Diaz. Yeah, I'm pretty sure for that one.
And
That,
and specifically for the Lisandro Martinez, he would be seeing a Eiffel Tower in the corners when he
I
will
hope he
be
plays as a
starting to mark.
center defensive midfielder. To be honest, against Liverpool at least.
Yeah,
Yes,
because if he doesn't, then it's
center
it's
back.
pretty simple. People on both the games, people have targeted Lisandro Martinez.
Yeah. And the managers have told specifically, especially in the Brentford, they said it was our game plan to attack him.
Yeah, because let's be very honest. Fabio Cannavaro was 5'9", Carlos Puyol was 5'8". Those are two world class centre backs,
I think
right?
Maldini was
But both
also
of
not very tall.
Maldini was still tall. I guess he was 6'1", 6'2". But one thing was for sure, both of them never played in Premier League,
Yeah, 6'1"
and Premier
Maldini.
League is all about physical. So, you know, Van Dijk can come, just hit him on his head, and just running, and just they can start playing him as a toy. Because if you see
That
Matip, if you see Van Dijk, these are all 6'4", 6'3" people.
That's why I'm saying that you have to change his position. Now, Ten Hag had to develop either a CDM, but with Casemiro, I don't think so. Unless they started playing in a double pivot, then what's gonna happen to other midfielders? So, leaving that aside, either they can do that or they can make him a left back because he's a left-footed midfielder and defender. Sorry, so he can play as a left back. He has already played left back, But I don't know if for that you need Tyrell Malacia to start
You
playing
know,
like that.
I don't know. Like, if I was United at this point, and if you know they are really thinking of playing Bruno as the false nine, then
Hmm.
why not go with 4-2-2? Just play Casemiro and Martinez in the DM spot. Put the two wingers in the two wide spot, and put Bruno and
Yeah, absolutely. Bruno one
Ronaldo
side,
in the
Sancho
striker.
second side, advanced playmaker role. That will suit him
Yeah,
perfectly.
and put one false nine with Ronaldo. So that is
And
also one of
like
the
Bruno and
thing
behind
which we can
Eriksen
do.
and
That will give them much more depth in
yeah,
defense, because there will be two players always in front of the defense.
true anchoring. Yeah.
So the you know Jose Mourinho always did this when he was conceding goals. In Chelsea, he always used to brought in John Obi Mikel, and his only role was to sit deep,
Makelele.
or you say Clydo Makelele.
Hmm.
Both of them are just for there to sit deep and not let any other players come into the
Yeah.
box.
One more thing with the Casemiro is like, uh, as per the stats, Casemiro wins 87% of his aerial headers in midfield, which means they are
A
not
lot
gonna
of
lose the
pressure out
second ball,
of,
which was their
yeah, a lot of pressure out of, and
strong hand.
Martinez is good on ball, so he can
Yeah,
be that
Martinez is very good
ball.
on ball. You see, like
Yeah.
he is really good. So I think they
So
have to now. They have to first of all they'll have to put try to make space for him anyhow because they have spent a lot of money on him. And if they don't play him, his value depreciates, and Manchester United is in the down the drains again. Because if he you at least to sail him, you have to play him and showcase him some of the abilities. Maybe against the weaker sides or somewhere. So well, it's very interesting. So what is your prediction? Let's end the stream with the
I'll
prediction.
say 3-1 Liverpool.
You know what? I have a Manchester United app, and this is exactly the scoreline I predicted there. 3-1 to Liverpool.
I feel that um, Ronaldo, or they will score a goal
Mhm.
somehow, but Liverpool will go ahead with that.
Yeah, I'm taking 3-1 because Nunes is injured. If he was full fitness,
Yes,
I would have
if
taken like
if
5-1 or
no,
6.
I don't think so. Liverpool is. I would have picked that scoreline if Liverpool was in confidence, but because they are not in their full
They
confidence
might take some
shape,
time to get to that rhythm and then
yes.
start.
But I still feel that Liverpool will go ahead.
Yeah,
Mo
I
Salah will
think
have a good game.
I was talking to my friend. I said, if Manchester United stops Liverpool from scoring three, I'll consider it as a win. That is
And
like
another
probably.
thing, one thing more which he always escapes. I know that he's a very good keeper. He's a very good ball stopper,
Oh,
but
David Aya.
David De Gea is a very poor in ball distribution. And
He's a
when you are
good
playing,
goalkeeper, but short stopper. But he's a very bad footballer.
yes, he's a in modern football, and specifically in Eric Ten Hag's team, you need a sweeper keeper kind of a keeper.
Like Onana, he had Onana.
He
Onana's
had
bro, his
Onana.
passing was so good. He could pass to any winger, any moment. Middle.
They sold off or gave loan to Dean Henderson.
Oh,
But if Dean Henderson would have been in United, I am guaranteeing you he would be starting over David De
bro, in
Gea.
last match, Dean Henderson was the man of the match for Nottingham
Yes, he
Forest.
saved a penalty.
What
That
the
is
hell?
in that regards, even
No, he
David De Gea is good.
and right now he has the most save also after 2 weeks. He has 10 saves in goal, which
Right.
is crazy.
So yes, I
And
guess there is a lot of problem with
it's not
regards
only about
to.
distribution, dude. David De Gea, first of all, see, he's scrappy when he touches the ball. He takes too much time on the ball before passing. That allows the teams to pressure him, right? Then he makes a crappy decision. Third, his distribution is absolute dog shit. Fourth thing is he doesn't even claims the ball when it's is being crossed. That fourth goal could have been avoided
Yes,
easy. Third goal easily
you
avoided
know,
if he would have claimed the ball.
David De Gea is not a ball playing keeper. He needs to be that. Eric Ten Hag said that yes, he has that capability.
He
That's
doesn't.
why he's putting him in. But I even saw a rumor of Jan Sommer getting linked with Manchester United.
Bro, David De Gea is third choice goalkeeper for Spain. and he's one of
Yes,
the
absolutely.
best short stoppers. Why? What is the reason? Because Enrique wouldn't play him that way. And so also David, the Lisandro Martinez goal, right? We are blaming him like he did not jump or something. So imagine if he was in the Ajax team. He does not expect that ball to come that close to goal, right? He won't jump. By
That
why?
is
Because
that is one of
Anana claims those balls.
you see Man City. Ederson plays a good amount of role in the build up.
Yep.
They will pass on to Ederson. He will spot Cancelo running. He will spot
Anderson is
maybe
very good.
Gundogan running, and he will put the ball to them, and then they take it from there. So I guess David De Gea doesn't. You just picked up the app correct spot when you said that David De Gea is the third choice keeper in Spain's team.
Yeah, and that's also I'm saying like at that time Lisandro Martinez ball was so close to the goal, almost going into the goal. So why would a centre back who's accustomed to play with Onana jump at that time? He thought that David De Gea will
Absolutely.
claim it, and he did not claim it, and he just had it. And Ben Mee is like fucking 6 foot 5 inches. Who's gonna reach there? Even if he
So
jumps
it's
with the
it's
suit,
it's simple. United doesn't only need one or two signings; they need at least 5 to 6 signings. It was very imminent, and all those 5 to 6 signings will not come in one transfer. That is
no.
also we very well know,
I
which
think they
means
can do
that
good if they sign a right back in like. I don't know why nobody's going for James Tavernier.
yeah,
He's a really good one.
he was really good for the Scottish side which he plays. I'm forgetting the name.
I think he plays for what
Rangers for
Rangers,
Rangers.
Queens Park Rangers.
No,
Yeah,
not Queens Park Rangers.
huh?
The other Rangers. So
I think
I guess you're tagging
he's
it.
with Kent, right? Ryan Kent.
Yeah,
Yeah, the FIFA legend.
the FIFA rat.
FIFA
So
rats.
again, we all know United has a lot of operations to do in the team,
Mhm.
which gives us the indication that it will take another 2 or 3 seasons to sort them out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's in work in progress, but I don't
All
know
right.
how.
Let's see what goes on Monday. Till then,
Yeah,
we'll see you next time. Hopefully next
yeah,
week.
absolutely. I guess another podcast next week to discuss how Liverpool
Absolutely
eat
lined
up
up.
United.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.